Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the month of March 2025. You have this card that says, be bold, make the first move. You have this card that says your commitment is being tested. I am almost positive you've had this card with me like 10 times. I don't even know how that's possible, but there you go. So it's clearly time for you to like make moves, which I do think is true. I mean, Pluto has left your sign, and I think that it's time for you to like go and get the things that you desire. And this could be anything, it could be work or business related, could be love related, I was going to say, and there you go. It could be, health. It could be anything in your life. Really, I would be making moves in all areas of your life, not just one. If I were a Capricorn, and I basically am, that's what I would be doing. I would be making some big moves, especially starting, this month. I think that the year really starts in like May for most people, but that doesn't mean that, again, that you shouldn't, start making moves now, right? So I would definitely get moving towards the things that you want. You start with the Two of Swords. I feel like, let me just say this before we get started as well. With this top row here, you have the Ten of Swords and the good stuff. And so all that, Nine of Swords, Two of Pentacles, this tells me that you're making a bigger deal out of something than it needs to be. Like real quick, down and dirty Chris's crappy tarot message there at the top row. I just get this feeling that you're kind of like making a bigger deal out of something than it actually needs to be. And it's like she's trying to make a choice. She's thinking that something is going to go this way or that way, but really it's going to go this way on this island over here. I always say that the Two of Swords is my card of third place solutions, but if you're trying to make a decision at this time, sometimes I feel the Two of Swords is basically saying, like, whatever you're thinking about is going to go a completely different direction anyway. It's like you're probably, I'm not saying this to be clickbaity or mysterious either, but you're probably not going to expect the outcome. And again, I don't mean that in some sort of like amazing way. I just mean that you think that something is going to go this way or this way, but really it's going to go that way, right? And so this could be anything, but it's clearly a choice that you're trying to make. And you have the Emperor here. The Emperor is all about taking control. He has his armor on underneath his cloak here, and he's sitting on his throne. The armor represents the fact that he is ready to go at a moment's notice. So when an opportunity presents itself, he takes it. He doesn't stay there waiting for more answers or anything like that. He just makes his move. So I feel that, again, there could be opportunities coming in for you this month, and I would just act on those opportunities, and I think that you'll have a great time. You also have the Emperor and the Empress, so, divine counterparts. For it, as usual, not really a love reading, but there is a little bit of love here so far. So if you want love, could be a divine counterpart. You have the Death card. I mean, it is a major change time for you, Capricorn, specifically. I feel that a lot of you could be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel this month. He has this white rose on his banner. And on the Death card, that white rose kind of represents seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, finally making it through your transition or transformation and being able to, move forward or make progress. So that's more the feeling I get on the Death card. It's kind of, which is good. It's like you're getting to the end of your long journey or whatever you've been trying to do. So I definitely like to see that. With the Two of Swords, you have the Page of Swords. Yeah, something is making you curious. That's it. I have nothing else for you, Capricorn, on this card. I feel you should be following your curiosity. If something is interesting you, just go learn about it. Just go try it. And, I think the other thing to remember here, Capricorn, is that you don't have to make, like, any huge investments here into what you're doing. It's like, I always tell a story. I was, like, stuck in my room for 4 years. I had a big business failure when I was younger. I basically did nothing for 4 years. I tried a bunch of stuff, but, I wasn't really trying, is the big key word there. And so, like, during that time, I had some ideas that were, like, probably pretty good. If I just, like, committed to one of those ideas, and you don't even have to make full investments. If I just, like, made a 10% investment of effort and, tried something and committed to it for a certain period of time, I probably would have shortened that 4 years to, like, a year. So sometimes I think we don't do things because we think to ourselves like, oh, I'm going to have to do this forever. Like if you come up with a business idea, it's like maybe it's a good idea, but maybe you're also thinking to yourself like, oh, if I commit to this, then this is what I'm going to be is, like let's say you want to start a baking factory. You might think like, well, I'm good at it, but I don't necessarily want to be a bread baker for the rest of my life. But the answer is, guess what? You don't have to. If you start a bread baking company, maybe it makes you a bunch of money and you sell it, right? And so I don't know, that is popping into my head where it's like saying you don't have to make a full commitment to something. You can try it. If it works, keep going, and you can always get rid of it later. With the Emperor card, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yep. Three of Pentacles is about putting your skills on display. The story of the card is that he's done a really good job. This is a card of quality work, and he is being celebrated for the work he has done. And I definitely feel it's time for Capricorn to like put their skills on display, or show the world what skills you have would be a really good idea. With the Death card, you have the Five of Pentacles. I would ask you if you're too comfortable in the pain, is what I feel like saying. It's like sometimes we experience limitations for too long, and then it becomes like a comfort zone. It's like even though you're uncomfortable, it's like if you've been suffering for too long, or if you haven't been making money, it's like then for too long, all of a sudden when you start making money, you actually get uncomfortable because you're not used to it. And that's like the feeling I get off the Five of Pentacles. I hope that makes sense. Same, this could be true for anything. It could be true for love or, business or career. If you haven't had love for a really long time, when you find something legitimate, it can be a little bit scary because you're like, oh my God, I have to like live with this person, and, I have to let this person into my personal space and all this other stuff, right? And like, I feel like this is asking you to not, like, again, I don't think tarot should tell you what to do. So let me start with that, right? But I do feel this is saying, like, allow something good into your life. Like, don't run away from something that could be really good for you. I'm not saying you would. I'm just saying, it's like, allow it. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Tears of Remorse card. It says, make peace with your regrets and allow the past to guide your future. Nine of Swords, we'll talk about it. You have this Phoenix rising. It says you've been through the fire and rising up anew and embracing life in a deeper way. Yes, Death card, right? It's like you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Definitely. I mean, the whole reading is adding up, right? It's saying you've been through something and now you're kind of coming out the other side, which makes a lot of sense. You have the Nine of Swords. Again, Nine of Swords makes perfect sense based off what I said with that Five of Pentacles. He's sitting in this bed and he's in pain, but he's not in enough pain to make a change. So he's uncomfortable, but he hasn't been pushed to the point where he has to make a change yet. And a lot of people get to this stage of their life where it's like things start to go down, and then it's not until things get really bad that they go back up, right? And I think the Nine of Swords, I always look at it as a card of, just go up. Go this way. Don't let things, don't rest on your laurels. Don't let things get so bad in work or business or career or love that, excuse me, that you have to make a change or you're forced to make a change because they've gotten so bad. And that's kind of what I feel here with the Nine of Swords. You have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is like your emotions overflowing. I do feel that there could be some love for those of you that want it. So this could be like a really solid love offer. I feel that we should be paying attention to the obvious right now in love, just in general, especially because we have Mars going retrograde right at the beginning of the month. I always tell people I think we should date during retrogrades. I think if we followed all the astrology rules, we would never do anything. And again, the thing about Mars retrograde is you can actually meet the love of your life during Mars retrograde. The secret is to pay attention. If they say weird stuff and they don't have any evidence backing up what they say, then probably not a good person to date. If they say things and they actually do them and they are displaying that evidence, then they probably are a good person to date. So, during Mars retrograde, just open your eyes, open your ears, listen, pay attention, and you will be fine. But, could be love. Ace of Cups is also your emotions overflowing and being really happy. We have the Three of Cups and the Page of Pentacles right next to it. So you had two cards want to come out there. I would definitely do things to be happy with this energy. These three people are choosing to celebrate. And so I do kind of feel that you're like, I wouldn't really say you're digging yourself out of a hole here, Capricorn, but I feel that there are like little boosts that you could give yourself to get out of this right here. And that could include like socializing, doing things that are fun for you, celebrating with other people. All that stuff could help you get out of Nine of Swords energy. You have the Knight of Swords, and every single person has had the Knight of Swords. I just would say, like, no jumping to conclusions this month, no rushing as well. Again, 2 retrogrades, Venus retrograde and then Mercury retrograde at the end of the month. So, no rushing, no jumping to conclusions on, basically anything at this time. Just take your time. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Eight of Swords. Definitely something you have to set yourself free from. Again, we felt this with the Five of Pentacles here. The trick to the Five of Pentacles is to not call attention to your weaknesses. So, I would make sure that you are setting yourself free. Eight of Swords also says there's like a million different ways that you can accomplish a goal. The problem with the Eight of Swords is she's only focused on one way to solve her problem. So I would stay flexible at this time. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Six of Wands. Yeah, it's like some sort of victory or success. The Six of Wands is also being celebrated for a victory. These people behind him are celebrating his victory. So, a lot of you could be really entering into a good time, whether you feel it or not. And, allow people to celebrate you as well. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Hierophant here. I like inside the box thinking is going to keep you stuck. The Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, the Hierophant. These are all kind of like inside the box cards. The Hierophant, he has a belief system, and his only perspective is his belief system, and he doesn't think outside of that belief system. And there's nothing really necessarily wrong with it unless it's keeping you stuck, right? So being willing to like learn new things, being willing to believe that things can work differently for you, Two of Swords, would be a really good idea. And again, I don't really feel bad about this card, but I would just be flexible in what you believe. Next in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Thriving card, which says you will be thriving. You have this Truth card as well. So I feel like you're getting closer to your own inner truth. And again, that could be making you feel like you are thriving in the world, which is great. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. The Two of Pentacles is juggling, spinning plates, doing too much, typical Capricorn energy, just being too busy. So the Two of Pentacles says, if you're going to work hard, make sure you're playing hard as well. And I definitely feel that. I mean, Three of Cups, these two cards right here. So the Three of Cups especially is saying that you need to carve out time to celebrate, to find fulfillment. With the Ace of Cups. Outside of love, if we just look at the Ace of Cups as a big picture energy, the Ace of Cups wants you to enter into the flow and wants you to do things that cause you to overflow. So that could include celebrating with friends, having a good time, just doing something nice for yourself. All that is popping up here. Page of Pentacles, card of studiousness, makes perfect sense with the Hierophant. A lot of you could get a lot of benefits from learning from other people is kind of what this is saying to me. So, learning from new people as well, especially if you're trying to grow something in your life, like if you're trying to grow your business or you're in your career or in your love life, learning from, different types of people, learning from the world even would be a really good idea. You have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is about carrying a heavy burden and carrying too much weight. Now, I like the Ten of Wands personally because he's about to reach his home in the background here. And yes, he's burdened, but he planted those wands. Those wands are his harvest. So he is about to have a harvest. And definitely, I feel that for you. You have the Empress right next to that card. So, a lot of you, you've been burdened. But, like the Death card says, you're at the light at the end of the tunnel. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands. King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, kind of making things happen. You have that card that says, be bold, make the first move. So, if there's something you want, the King of Wands really says you need to go and get it, or you need to, put the energy in to make it happen. You also have the King and Queen of Wands. So if you're looking for love, there definitely could be a very strong divine counterpart. I mean, these two have a lot of desire for each other. So, could be a connection with a lot of desire. Yes, with the Three of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, You have the Hermit. You can't be a hermit this month, apparently. So I feel like I would, like, even if you just do one thing, right? Even if you just say, I'm just going to, do one nice thing for myself, or I'm just going to, kind of go out one time this month, I think that would be enough, right? The Hermit kind of says you have to come out of hermit mode. To get the Six of Wands, you have to put your skills on display. Three of Pentacles as well. So this whole middle part of the reading is kind of saying you are probably really good at something, or you do have a skill that could be very beneficial for your life, but you have to show people like what you're made of. And maybe that's what this reading is saying, is like, and I feel like I've said that to you in the past as well. Like, it really seems to me like it is time for Capricorn to show the world what they're made of. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Three of Cups, same thing. Three of Cups is other people. It is your community. It is people in your life. And, the Ten of Wands could say it's time to put your skills on display. It's time to show the world what you're made of. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Envision card. It says, do you know exactly what you want? And are you acting consistently towards achieving it? There's the key word there, consistently. Maintain a clear vision of what you are calling forth, and you will be unstoppable. Love it. There you go. You have this dream home card. It says, when you are living your best life every day, your dream home is your actual home. So there you go. But I think consistency is going to be key for you here, Capricorn, with this reading. You have the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Empress. Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with. But in the good stuff, the Ten of Swords can be a blessing in disguise. So you could be experiencing some blessings right now, or you're about to experience a blessing, I would say, after a difficult period of time. The whole reading kind of said that. I mean, the light at the end of the tunnel with the Death card, the Two of Swords, something's going to go differently than you think. There you go. You have the Queen of Wands. Again, Queen of Wands, she has to march to the beat of her own drum. I believe everybody has to do this right now. I look at Pluto and Aquarius as the universe is trying to get everyone to kind of make themselves unique in some way. When you think about it, we have all this stuff. People think of Pluto and Aquarius as a collective, which, yes, it has to do with the collective. But Pluto and Aquarius does not say become part of the hive mind, join the robot army, which clearly they're trying to turn us into robots. So, the Queen of Wands says don't. It says do your own thing. Be willing to, live your own life and have your own ideas, and be willing to create something that you want to create on your own. And I feel that's what the Queen of Wands is saying for Capricorn for sure. You have the Empress. The Empress, could say that you are attracting a lot of abundance, or you're creating a lot of abundance. Could also say you're very attractive at this time, Capricorn. So again, if you're looking for love, I would definitely get out in public with the Hermit. People have to see you with their eyeballs to know that you exist. So there you go. I feel that love is showing up here in this reading, but obviously if people don't know you exist, it's going to be hard. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles. I love this in this reading. This is working on what works. And I feel that has been probably one of your bigger struggles over the past many years, is being able to put work into something and then also being able to produce a result. So if you are afraid that if you start something new that you're not going to produce a result, clearly that is not true. So I feel that you actually are getting results for your work. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Nine of Swords. Yes, actually pretty good in the good stuff, because it would say that you are going to overcome this energy and you are going to break free from that Nine of Swords energy, that round-around energy. Again, Nine of Swords is like a never-ending nightmare. But obviously in the good stuff, it would kind of say that you're overcoming some sort of nightmare. With the Empress, you have the Page of Cups. Definitely an admirer. Like I said, it just feels to me in all your readings, I think I said this in your last reading as well, it's sure, love shows up, but, it's kind of like a take it or leave it type of energy here, Capricorn. I'm not sure if that's good or bad for you, but, I don't know. It looks good. You have the King and Queen of Wands and the Emperor and the Empress, so definitely could be a divine counterpart, but, again, it's some of you obviously are going to want it, and others of you are just not going to want love, and that's perfectly fine. Here you go. You have the Sun in Capricorn. This card is the achievement card. This is the, what is this card? This deck. It is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun is the word I was looking for. But, this here is the achievement card, and it is Sun in Capricorn. So a lot of, this is your energy, but there could definitely be some big achievements coming in for you. Yeah, here you go. You have this acquisition card. This is my fancy couple card. You see this very fancy looking couple on here, so you could be acquiring a new connection if that's what you're into. Here you go. You have this companionship card. So definitely could be a true companion if you are looking for love. And again, if you don't want love, remember that, this could be like a friendship, a mentor, a person in your life that helps guide you, or, anything like that. So take it how it resonates, but definitely there could be an important person coming in for you. Here you go. You have this friendship card. Are you kidding? You have all of them, apparently. All of the friendship cards in this deck. And like I said, friendship can be just as important as a relationship. So, like I said, it doesn't have to be love. It could just be like a very important friendship that helps guide you. Could even be a person that helps you break out of the Nine of Swords. So I would be open to connection this month, just in general. And finally, you have this resistance card. Yeah, I mean, overcoming the resistance is what the reading is saying. We said it with that top row at the beginning of the reading. It's like overcoming that, overcoming that worry or whatever off of the Two of Swords and the Nine of Swords is going to be the trick. So, resistance just means you're close to your goal. And so I would keep pushing. But really good reading here, Capricorn. I actually do like where this is going. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.